in the heart of Africa, nestled amidst the rugged landscapes of Malawi, there's a mountain that has drawn adventurers and nature enthusiasts for generations. Welcome to our journey, a tale of perseverance, friendship, and family as we conquer the majestic Mount Mulanje. Our adventure began in 2020 when we embarked on a mission to reach the legendary Peak Sapitwa. It was a dream that ignited our spirits, a summit we all longed to conquer. Though the path was steep and the journey challenging, we were united by the thrill of the climb. But as the year unfolded, we realized that not everyone could reach the peak. In 2021, we decided to give it another shot. For those who couldn't make it in 2020, because that's what family does, right? We rallied together, stronger than ever, determined to conquer the unforgiving terrain. Some reached the pinnacle, while others came close. But it was clear, this journey wasn't just about reaching the top. It was about the bonds we formed and the shared experiences that would forever connect us. Now, in the year 2023, we've meticulously planned our journey. This time, it's not just about conquering a single peak. We aim to explore the hidden treasures of Mount Mulanje, visiting all its huts and making unforgettable memories along the way. As we stand on the precipice of a new adventure, we invite you to join us on this exhilarating journey. Through the lens of our cameras, you'll witness the raw beauty of Mount Mulanje, the resilience of the human spirit, and the power of friendship. And so, our adventure begins. As we set foot on the trail to conquer Mount Mulanje, the excitement in the air is palpable. There's a buzz of anticipation among both the newcomers and those seasoned veterans who've returned for another round of mountain magic. Look at the faces of those who are climbing for the very first time. They're like kids in a candy store, full of awe and wonder. And then there are the veterans, those who've faced this challenge before. They wear a knowing smile, like they're reuniting with an old friend who's got a few surprises up its sleeves. But wait, what's this? Each of us has got a backpack that looks like it could eat a whole meal. You see, it's not just the excitement we carry, it's also the weight of our food and clothes. We've got enough snacks to feed a small army, just in case the mountain decides to play some unexpected tricks on us. It's a sight to behold, watching us try to wrangle these bags onto our backs. It's like a wrestling match between us and our gear. As we take our first steps, the excitement and camaraderie fill the air. The mix of newcomers' wonder and veterans' wisdom is the perfect recipe for an unforgettable adventure. So, whether it's your first time or your fifth, whether you're weighed down by snacks or memories, we're all in this together. Let's conquer this mountain, one funny backpack moment at a time. As we began our climb, we stumbled upon an unexpected sight, a small fire crackling on the mountainside. It seems like the work of nearby villagers, but we couldn't help but wonder why. Let's talk about the pros and cons of such fires in this pristine mountain environment. The disadvantages of causing fires in the mountain are clear. First and foremost, it poses a serious threat to the fragile ecosystem here. The flames can destroy precious plant life, disrupt the habitat of wildlife, and even lead to soil erosion. These fires can also jeopardize the safety of climbers like us. The smoke can reduce visibility, making it harder to navigate the trails, and in some cases, it might even trap climbers in dangerous situations. However, there are some advantages to these fires for the nearby villagers. Controlled burns, when used responsibly, can help clear out overgrown vegetation, making the land more suitable for farming. It's a way for them to reclaim usable land on the mountainside. Additionally, these fires can serve as a source of warmth and cooking for the villagers, who call these slopes their home. As we continue our ascent, we can't help but reflect on the impact of our actions and the decisions made by those who share this majestic mountain with us. Let's tread lightly, respecting both the beauty of nature and the needs of the people who call this place home. Picture this, Mr. Mangum, our very own, taking center stage with a group of adventurers, sharing his wisdom by a glistening river. It's the perfect setting for a memorable chat. So, there we were, basking in the mountain's embrace. As Mr. Mangum began to talk about the misadventures of stagnant water, you see, he's been through it, and he's got a story to tell. Mr. Mangum, in his animated way, shared his water woes from the past. Stagnant water, he said, had a sneaky way of causing a ruckus in their tummies. The dreaded D word, diarrhea. Oh, the horror. The others chimed in, reminiscing about that infamous past trip when they dared to sip from the stagnant pool of despair. They pulled comical faces and reenacted their urgent hiking moments. Trust us, it was a sight to behold. But this time around, they weren't taking any chances. No siree. They brought their own trusty water sources, ready to fend off any surprises Mother Nature might throw their way. As they shared these tales, their eyes twinkled with determination. They had learned their lesson and weren't going to be fooled by stagnant water again. At the foot of this majestic giant, our journey begins. But here's a little secret about mountains and cameras. when you're up there. They can play tricks on your eyes. As we look back at where we started, it's almost comical. From here, it's as if we've barely taken a step, yet our journey is already high above the clouds. The lens captures the breathtaking heights we've reached, making the journey ahead seem like an untrodden path. And trust me, it's no optical illusion. We've gained some serious altitude. But there's one small downside. That camera of ours, well, it can be a blinding star. As we point it towards the horizon, it can sometimes leave our friends squinting, like they've just seen the sun for the very first time. It's all fun and games though, and we share a hearty laugh each time the camera flash catches our unsuspecting companions. So, here we are, seemingly at the beginning, but in reality, on the brink of something grand. The camera may dazzle, but it's the journey that truly awes. You know, it's a universal truth. When you're hiking up a mountain, your stomach and thirst levels suddenly become mountain-sized too. And the thirst, oh, the thirst. We'd start drinking water, and suddenly wonder if the mountain was just playing a trick on us. It was like the water was evaporating before it even touched our lips. But in all this hunger and thirst, we find the charm of mountain life. It's not just about the views. It's about those moments when you share a laugh over a handful of nuts, knowing that you've got a long way to go. So, here's to our growling tummies, our ever-elusive hydration, and the endless munchies in our backpacks, because in the end, these moments make the journey even more delicious. 2021, the year of adventures. Madalitso had a story to tell from that memorable trip. It's a tale that will leave you chuckling.
Last time we did tungkasu kama bazi chakujisikia mama tungkasu. Aiwala tukumuzami kanumputi mwina wakatunga batsogolo.
Madalitsa recounted how they stumbled upon a river, clear as crystal, and guess what? They decided to wash their feet in it. And here comes the best part. They drank from the same river. Yes, you heard that right. It was like the mountain version of a 2-in-1 deal. Wash your feet and have a drink all in one go. And why did they do it, you ask? Because it wasn't stagnant water. They were certain this was the purest H2O they could find. Now, before you think they've gone mad, let's clarify. The water they found was as fresh as the morning dew. Not a hint of stagnation in sight. It was practically nature's bottled water. It's these quirky, mountain moments that make each trip memorable. Who knew that washing feet and having a drink could be such a comedic highlight? Now, here's a mountain secret that's no tall tale. In the land of Mulanje, there's a fruit called Kandankuku. It's like the mountain's hidden treasure. These little gems are a mix of sweet and sour. A flavor combo that keeps you guessing. Imagine biting into a burst of tangy delight, followed by a wave of sweet satisfaction. The funny part is, it seems like these fruits are in on a joke with the mountain itself. They grow in some of the most distant corners, as if they're playing hide and seek with us. So, off we go, on a quest for the elusive Kandankuku. It's like a treasure hunt, but instead of a map, we rely on our instincts and the whispers of fellow hikers. Mount Mulanje, the master of mountain mysteries. You know, sometimes when you're climbing this giant, it has a mischievous sense of humor. You think you've reached the top, but oh no, that's not the top. As we climbed higher and higher, the mountain seemed to take on a sinister persona. the air grew cold and biting, and a sense of foreboding hung in the atmosphere. But the real terror awaited us at the peak. When we finally reached the top, our breaths caught in our throats. We couldn't believe our eyes. Down below, instead of the familiar landscapes, we saw a surreal sight. The clouds had descended upon the land, shrouding it in an otherworldly mist. It was as if the very heavens had fallen to earth. And then there was the wind, howling and moaning like the lament of the mountain spirits rumored to inhabit Mulanje. It sent shivers down our spines. The clouds that hung heavy around us were unlike any we'd ever encountered. They felt as cold and unwelcoming as the icy air that escapes when you open the deep freezer in your fridge. It was as though the very essence of a deep freeze had been unleashed upon this mountaintop. The air grew frosty, and we could almost taste the chill. But the strangest part of it all was the way the clouds played tricks on us. They made it nearly impossible to communicate with one another, their dense embrace muffling our voices. The clouds also obscured our vision, making it almost impossible to see more than a few feet in front of us. It was like being lost in a foggy dream. It was a moment when the very elements of nature seemed to conspire against us, turning the familiar into something uncanny, something that made us question the boundaries of the natural world.
Poyamba yatibweresera Juni kati mwa Oktoba. Apa tufolo kwa ada tunasoko kwa mvula tonchi silipeza sima.
So, Chisimo starts off by saying, you know, this mountain's got some serious weather mood swings. It brought June into October, and it's only 4 p.m, but it's already getting dark. But then, Chisimo takes it up a notch. He adds, and look, it seems like it's about to rain. What's next? Are we gonna have a picnic with nsima, cooked by the mountain spirits? We burst into laughter at the absurdity of the idea. I mean, come on, mountain spirits moonlighting as chefs. That's a twist even the best comedians can't cook up.
Mvula
mashawa za jandeni nditu.
akuluakulu za ulendo uno. Takumana ndi Julai mkati mwa Oktoba. Mitambo ndi chimvula. Oktoba amene. Phiri latonesa. Anthu ali kumbuyo koma simungaone yani. Chimvula. Chimvula. Sikukuoneka. Palibe amene akuoneka. Kuno kudukhoza kusowa. Akuluakulu. Limene mukuonera mitambo imene. Kunoku ndeko sowera anthu kuja. Kunoku kukhoza kusowa munthu. Mvula mu Oktoba.
The mountain had thrown us a curveball, rain, wind, and chilling clouds that seemed relentless. We were drenched, frozen to the bone. And at that moment, a pang of regret seeped into our thoughts. It was one of those moments when you wonder if the journey is worth the hardship, whether turning back might be the sensible choice. But then, something magical happened. We looked into each other's eyes and saw the fire of determination burning. We realized that dreams are never fulfilled without challenges. And it was in that moment that we discovered a truth, that the mountain was trying to teach us, in the face of adversity. When the weather is against you and the path seems uncertain, it's your determination and motivation that can make all dreams possible.
I could proxy do plastic.
Ano bajani. You know October. Heavy heart. Better day and after now.
Mimi nazo sete ndi beef yangu. Komande usi wazima. Na huyo asini moto.
Kutukweleka mbaso.
Niwe yasaba takaba no. Umango limanje.
Ababa kumpeleka sana bange sana zizi.
Yasa ni moto.
Tandezani. Wenda mozunga uje.
Waji. Tausi.
Hakuna zoezi jenda.
Baka na chikhoso.
Amba wone.
Na chikhoso. Obida kuphira amene. Ali pa moto.
Kuphiri ali mujuni wa Oktoba.
Chimanga chokazinga chilipo.
Hakuna soga yake ninaonea. Nditambulia hapo.
Ah, unamavi. Ujambulira pati.
Now, imagine this scene. A group of adventurers gathered around a small fire at CCAP hut, smoke stinging their eyes. But guess what? Some of us didn't give a hoot about the smoke. It was like a battle between smoke and our resolve. Sure, it stung. It made our eyes water, and we blinked back tears. But the thing was, we were cold as hell. The fire was our savior. The heat it emitted was like a warm embrace. So, even though the smoke played tricks on us, we endured, determined to absorb every ounce of warmth it offered. So, we reached Laikenya Hut. But there was a bit of a surprise waiting for us. It turned out that everything in our bags that didn't have the good sense to stay dry under plastic was soaking wet. But, you know what they say, when life gives you wet belongings, you dry them by the fire. Welcome to Laikenya Hut. Getting to Laikenya Hut was nothing short of a heart-pounding adventure. The mountain threw everything it had at us: relentless clouds, chilling rains, fierce winds, and paths that seemed to stretch on endlessly. We were soaked to the bone, our clothing clinging to us like a second skin. Our beddings were no better, drenched and heavy, leaving us shivering and uncomfortable. With a flicker of hope and determination, we huddled around a welcoming fire, holding our wet belongings close, trying to coax life back into them. It was as if the fire could breathe warmth and life into our drenched spirits. The mountain seemed determined to test our mettle, to see just how far we were willing to go. It was a challenging, unforgiving journey, and it felt like it would never end. And then, there we were, at Laikenya Hut, cold and weary. Our clothing and beddings had seen better days, soaked through to a point of no return. Come morning, we woke up, feeling like conquering heroes. But then, we got hit with a surprise. We had to clean the hut. Yes, you heard me right. As responsible adventurers, we had to scrub, sweep, and tidy up like it was spring cleaning day. The mountain had us on housekeeping duty. It was like the mountain's way of saying, "Welcome to Laikenya Hut, where adventure and cleanliness go hand in hand." So, with our mountain hut spick and span, we realized the day was far from over. The mountain had one more test for us, to be up and ready in the early morning light. With sleep still tugging at our eyelids, we dragged ourselves out of our cozy sleeping bags, ready to face the new day. It was time to conquer the next part of our mountain expedition. Just as we were all geared up and ready to resume our journey, the heavens decided to have a little fun. The cold rain showed no sign of letting up, and we found ourselves in a dilemma. It was like the mountain was saying, "Not so fast, folks." And we realized that, sometimes, even the best laid plans can be thwarted by the unpredictability of nature. As we debated our next move, a daring idea emerged. A few of us decided, why not leave the girl behind for a while and explore a nearby spot? So, in the midst of the rain, we set off. leaving all the girls behind, and decided to visit a place downstream, a little detour, just to see a clean, beautiful river.
Nangati mabwera kuzatani. Zanyo.
It was an unexpected twist in our mountain tale. A decision made on a whim, but sometimes those unplanned moments turn out to be the most memorable.
Mene mugoni namu. Amba utsetseleka. Tsetseleka. Ababande. Eri mari rubira bompatu. Tunaba tsetseleka. Adule ulendo 25 minutes umakala 40 minutes. Okunda nzimu atakozovezeka. Angofika likafikire kunyamwa ifari akaranyoa.
As we made our way downhill toward the river, something struck us. It was like we were entering a whole new world, a jungle of sorts. The vegetation grew thicker, and the path more rugged. It was an unexpected twist. The path we thought would lead to a simple river adventure felt more like a journey into the unknown. It was eerie, like a scene from a thriller movie. If you were to venture there alone, your imagination might conjure up all sorts of things, turning you into a full-fledged explorer of the unexplained. It was like the mountain was testing our bravery, tempting us to take that plunge into the abyss. And let's be honest, it was a tempting dare. But we chose to stay together, united in the face of the mysterious path.
Yeah, my guy. Django. Mambo on the tower. Where?
The further we went into this enigmatic descent, the stranger and scarier it became. We couldn't help but imagine all sorts of eerie scenarios. It felt like we were walking into a horror movie, complete with creepy sounds and mysterious shadows. Each rustle of leaves had us on edge, and every step took us deeper into the unknown. But here's the kicker. As we continued on the steep path, something downright amusing happened. We realized we were heading downward, not upward. We were supposed to be on our way to the river, but instead, we were on a downhill spiral, as if the mountain was playing a prank on us. It was like a comical twist in a horror movie, you know, the part where the audience starts to laugh amidst the scares. So there we were, deep in the mysterious jungle, scared and entertained in equal measure. It was one of those moments that you remember with a nervous laugh, a testament to the surprises that Mount Mulanje had in store for us. Just when we thought we might be lost in the mountain's labyrinth of mysteries, a glimmer of hope danced through the air. We heard it, the sound of the river. It was like music to our ears, the sweet serenade of a river, promising a refreshing twist to our adventure. So, with newfound hope and the sound of the river as our guide, we ventured onward, ready for whatever surprises the mountain had in store.
Experience imene sizapezekaso. Ndute experience imene sizapezekaso.
As we followed the soothing melody of the river, the path seemed to narrow and envelop us. It was as if we were entering a mysterious hole, a gateway to an unknown world. The vegetation thickened around us with every step. We were diving deeper into the heart of the mountain's secrets. The path seemed to go on forever, but we followed the river's song like explorers on the cusp of discovery, ready for the marvels that lay ahead. At long last, our journey through the mysterious path led us to our coveted destination, the river. It was a sight to behold, and the melodious sound of flowing water filled the air. Without hesitation, we stepped closer to the river, feeling the cool water beneath our fingertips. It was like nature's gentle invitation to touch the very essence of the mountain. We couldn't resist taking a few moments to savor this simple pleasure. With smiles on our faces, we dipped our hands into the clear, refreshing water, and for a moment, we were kids again, enchanted by the wonder of nature. And, of course, we couldn't resist capturing the moments, snapshots of our joy, our adventure, and the beauty that surrounded us. With our hearts lightened by the river's beauty, we knew it was time to head back to Mulanje Hut, the place we had temporarily left behind. Our mission wasn't over yet, and we were determined to face whatever the mountain had in store for us, with the same spirit of adventure. It was a journey filled with surprises and twists, and this detour to the river had been an unexpected delight. But now, our focus was back on the path that lay ahead. So, with renewed energy and our shared river adventure in our hearts, we made our way back to Mulanje Hut, ready to continue our unforgettable exploration of Mount Mulanje. The journey had been long, filled with challenges, surprises, and even moments of sheer exhaustion. Our bodies were weary, our muscles ached, and the mountain had made us earn every step. We ignored the tiredness, the whispers of discomfort in our bodies, and the longing for rest with every step. We embraced the idea that the journey itself was our destination.
Nyamuka hapo kwa Mulanje Hut half 12 ulendo kupitirira ku Chisepo Hut komwe tikakhale tikupitirira kutukira mawa lake potsitsa.
We were a group united by a shared mission, by the thrill of the unknown, and by the belief that even when the going gets tough, it's the memories and experiences that make it all worthwhile. The adventure continues, and our next destination is Chisepo Hut. We're well aware that this leg of our journey is bound to be more demanding than the first. It's as if the mountain is saying, "You've seen a taste of what I can offer, but there's still more to uncover," and we're ready to accept the challenge. We know that this journey will test us in new and unforeseen ways. The terrain will be steeper, the winds fiercer, and the mountain's mysteries even deeper. But with every step we take, we embrace the notion that the harder the path, the richer the experience. We're not just climbers. We're adventurers, explorers, and seekers of the extraordinary. Let's dive into the biology of it all. After a full day of hiking and lugging those backpacks up and down the mountain, our bodies go through quite the ordeal. You see, it's not just the muscles and joints that bear the brunt of it. Our heart rates have been racing, pumping blood to supply oxygen and nutrients to our working muscles. Our breathing has quickened, too. The lungs have been working overtime to provide the oxygen necessary for our muscles to function optimally. And as we've sweated through the day, our bodies have been hard at work regulating temperature. Sweating helps cool us down, maintaining that delicate balance. It's also worth mentioning those trusty backpacks. Carrying them has put additional strain on our spine and shoulders. It's a reminder that every step we take is a coordinated dance between our skeletal system and our muscles. Just when we thought we had it all figured out, here comes the rain again. It's like an old friend who drops by unannounced, whether we like it or not. You see, rain can be quite the game changer for hikers, especially when it's cold out. It's not just a matter of getting wet. It can be a whole lot more than that. When those chilly raindrops start falling, they seep through clothing and chew you to the bone. It's like a relentless reminder that nature plays by its own rules. It can turn an otherwise pleasant hike into a bone-chilling, teeth-chattering experience. Every step becomes a battle against the cold, and you can feel the chill deep down in your core. But here's the thing about hikers: they're resilient. They know that rain can be a formidable opponent, but it's also a part of the adventure. It's a reminder that Mother Nature doesn't always play nice. Now, let's talk about Chisepo Hut, or as we like to call it, the home of leg pain and endless surprises. It's like the mountain's way of saying, "Oh, you thought you were close? Well, think again." The walk to Chisepo is an adventure in itself. It's a bit like climbing mountains, only to find more mountains, pretending to be the real deal. It's like a game of hide and seek with the summit. And the summit is an expert at hiding. As we hiked on our new path, we couldn't help but chuckle at the mountain's mischievous nature. It's as if it enjoys seeing hikers fooled by its endless peaks and valleys.
ulendo wa kuchisepo. Munde mmene zikukhalira ndithu ulendo wopita kuchisepo. Kwera ndokumazafika. Kwera mtsinje, nkwera ndithu mtsinje.
But here's the secret sauce to conquering Chisepo. You don't just hike it, you dance with it. You waltz your way through those deceptive slopes and say, "Mountain, I see through your tricks." And you know what? Each step you take, each mountain that tries to fool you, it's all part of the adventure. It's a journey filled with lessons, laughter, and the camaraderie that only the mountains can bring. The human body in motion, a magnificent feat of biology. As we traverse this challenging terrain, it's clear that even the most resolute hiker experiences a biological phenomenon known as physical fatigue. The muscles, tirelessly propelling us forward, are consuming precious energy stores, generating heat, and accumulating waste products like lactic acid. These are the telltale signs of physical exertion. Our cardiovascular system, the heart and lungs, labor away, pumping oxygen-rich blood to nourish these hard-working muscles. The heart rate elevates to meet the increased demand for oxygen. The respiratory rate quickens too, as the body strives to expel carbon dioxide, a byproduct of cellular respiration. We breathe deeply, trying to extract every ounce of oxygen from the mountain's crisp air. The nervous system sends signals to muscles, coordinating our movements and maintaining balance on this uneven terrain. The brain, our biological command center, remains alert and responsive. And yet, with all these biological marvels at play, fatigue is a natural consequence of extended exertion. The body's energy stores deplete, and the muscles and mind grow weary. Every hiker, no matter how experienced, encounters this biological fact. It's the human body's way of signaling that rest and rejuvenation are in order. You know, there's a saying that hiking is a journey that must be taken one step at a time. But in our group, it seems we have a variety of hikers with their own unique interpretation of that saying. It's like a real-life rendition of the tortoise and the hare, except there's a whole menagerie of animal speeds in our group. We've got the hares, the tortoises, and even the occasional sloths. You've got the Zoom Zoom squad, who probably believe they're participating in a mountain Grand Prix, and the Savor the Scenery team, who are busy capturing every wildflower and rock formation on camera. It's a spectacle, really. A reminder that even in the face of exhaustion, there's room for humour and camaraderie. We're all on this mountain adventure together, no matter our preferred pace.
Umazaenda motere chimene zokali mitambo umaenda motere mooneka ngati chifunga koma tili mkati mwa mitambo chimene zokhalira kuno. Mitambo umaenda motere chakumbuyo mitambo tumasunda chimene zokhalira kuno. Zikukhalira anthu ena ndi amenewo patsogolopo tikutere mulendo wathu, ena ali pansi sakuoneka, uku tikupita ndikukakwera ndikukalowanso mitambo ikuoneka kumeneko ndimene zikukhalira. Timati ndi mtsinje wa Chanzama omwe tawolokanso pamene ulendo wathu wopita kuchisepo uli mkati Chanzama River kumene Chanzama Falls. Mmene zikukhalira ndi mmene zilili. Fika pa autos.
About us in 2 hours 45 minutes from Lichenya House, waiting to reach Chisepo.
Welcome to the crossroads, where the real walk to Chisepo begins. This is the juncture where the adventure takes a decisive turn.
Jambe down ni kubula kumagonetsa ukweraso.
Now, you might be wondering, is this part boring if you've been here before? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's a bit like reading a favorite book, watching a beloved movie. For the 100th time, there's a certain comfort in knowing what's around the corner. But hold on, don't be too quick to judge. Is it boring if you haven't been here before? The answer might also surprise you. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion, with every step revealing a new surprise. It's one of those paradoxes of the mountain. Whether you're a seasoned hiker or a first-time adventurer, the path to Chisepo has a way of keeping you on your toes. You see, as you move forward, you might think you're getting closer, but the mountain plays a clever trick. It stretches higher and higher, like an optical illusion, always staying just out of reach. So, whether you're a Chisepo veteran or a newbie, the journey is bound to have its twists and surprises, and that, my friends, is the heart of the adventure.
aponda mwalawo inyowa kwambiri wene mponda mwala wina wakoneka pakati pompa mene tamineko aya tamineko ndikiyeta bweya pompa kutsikira wawa ndokonde miyala imene kuli ngati saba
kufika pa Chisepo Peak moto ndikuyatsidwa mtii wake pambalipo kuti anthu ofika amwe kwa kumalo kuno ndikozizira kwambiri ndimene zikukhalira tiyeni tikaonena kuti ali pati nthawi ino.
And there it is, Chisepo Hut, the culmination of our mountain odyssey. After the ups and downs, the laughter and lessons, we've made it to our cherished goal. It's a moment of triumph, a reminder that perseverance and unity can conquer even the most daunting mountain paths. Chisepo Hut, you've been a worthy adversary, but we've met your challenges with resilience and humor, and we've emerged victorious.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
As we reached Chisepo Hut, there was an extra sparkle in the air, an extra spring in our steps. Why, you ask? Because it was none other than Chifundo's birthday, that very morning. With Chisepo Hut's warmth and Chifundo's birthday memories behind us, it's time to embrace the next chapter of our mountain tale. The path we choose now takes us on a journey downward, descending into the mountain's hidden secrets and new adventures. The Kila Hut awaits, with its own set of stories to tell and wonders to reveal. It's like turning the page on a well-loved book, eager to discover what the next chapter holds. But as we say goodbye to Chisepo Hut, it's not farewell forever. It's more like a see you later. The mountain has a way of drawing us back, like old friends who always have one more story to share. As we continued our descent towards the Kila hut, something special was in the air. We were on the brink of entering a realm we had never experienced before. It's like walking into the pages of a novel you've never read, not knowing what twists and turns the plot will take. The mountain, our old friend, was revealing a new side to itself. We were treading on uncharted territory, and it felt a bit like hiding away in a secret place, known only to those willing to take the path less traveled. What secrets would this unexplored part of the mountain reveal? What stories would we write on these untrodden paths? It was a thrilling anticipation that made each step even more exciting. With every step we took into this uncharted territory, a palpable sense of adventure enveloped us. It's like being a detective in a mystery novel, searching for clues and answers among the mountain's enigmatic landscapes. The terrain was different, the flora unfamiliar, and the scenery a captivating blend of the known and the uncharted. It was as if the mountain had woven a brand new tapestry just for us. And as we ventured deeper, the mountain began to share its secrets. We stumbled upon hidden springs, marveled at untouched rock formations, and listened to the whispers of the wind as it rustled through unfamiliar trees. It was a reminder that Mount Mulanje, despite our many visits, was an ever-evolving story, a book with pages yet to be turned and mysteries yet to be unraveled. Our mountain journey led us to a breathtaking sight, a vast, green meadow that stretched as far as the eye could see. It was like a painter's palette of vibrant green hues. As we stood there, enveloped by the beauty of the meadow, someone in our group couldn't help but chime in with a playful thought. The grass stretched out in all directions, soft and inviting, like nature's own carpet. It was impossible not to imagine dancing barefoot or having a picnic in this picturesque setting. And speaking of picnics, you know, some folks say that getting married is a bit like having a picnic. You bring your own food, hope for the best weather, and spend the day trying not to step on each other's sandwiches. Well, maybe marriage isn't exactly like a picnic, but here amidst this lush greenery, one can't help but let their imagination run wild with romantic notions. As we continued our mountain exploration, we came upon a landscape of striking contrasts, where solid rock and flowing rivers coexist in harmony. It's as if nature decided to showcase its versatility in a single frame. Meanwhile, the rivers, like silver ribbons, wound their way through this rugged terrain. Their gentle flow was a soothing counterpoint to the ruggedness of the rocks, offering a moment of serenity. The rocks stood tall and steadfast, a testament to the mountain's ancient history. They invited contemplation, reminding us that the Earth's story is written in these age-old formations. It's a reminder that in life, just as in nature, We encounter both the solid and the flowing. The challenges we face, like the rocks, provide strength and character, while the moments of calm, like the rivers, rejuvenate our spirits. As we journey deeper into this uncharted territory, the distance to Thakila Hut seemed to stretch on endlessly. It's a reminder that the mountains, despite their allure, can be testing grounds for even the most seasoned hikers. The trail turned into a thick jungle, so dense that it was nearly impossible to navigate alone. In this wild labyrinth, the need for unity and companionship became crystal clear. And as the day gave way to night, tales began to circulate, stories of pythons lurking in these jungles. It was like a page out of a thrilling adventure novel, but with the added frisson of being very real. It was a reminder that, in these remote mountain paths, the camaraderie of the team is our greatest asset. Together, we become a united front against the challenges of the night and the mysteries of the jungle. With each step we took, our pace remained resolute. The jungle, once thick and mysterious, began to reveal its beauty and charm. It was as if the stories of pythons were merely whispers in the wind. The lush greenery embraced us, and the enchanting chorus of nocturnal creatures filled the air. It was an experience that drew us in, and we couldn't help but marvel at the wonders of the night.
Kalango yosadusa weka ndintima wose.
It seemed that the tales of pythons were nothing more than the fabric of mountain folklore. The jungle, despite its aura of mystery, proved to be a realm of natural wonders, devoid of any slithering surprises. As we continued through the awe-inspiring jungle, we couldn't help but appreciate how even the most daunting challenges can transform into breathtaking experiences when you approach them with courage and camaraderie. Indeed, as we press on towards the Thakila Hut, it's evident that our pace has taken on the cadence of weary travellers. The long day's journey has left its mark on our strides. The mountains have a unique way of testing one's endurance, and we are no exception. Our legs may feel heavy, and our bodies may be fatigued, but our spirits remain unyielding. You see, this is where the true essence of an adventure shines through. It's not about how fast you go. It's about the commitment to continue, no matter the pace. it is, Tuchila Hut, our haven for the night. After a day filled with adventure, challenges, and a few good laughs, we've reached our next milestone. Tuchila Hut, nestled amidst the mountain's embrace, offers us shelter and a chance to rest. It's a place of warmth and camaraderie, where the stories of the day find a place to be shared. The journey is far from over, but for now, we can savor this moment of arrival. It's a reminder that in the mountains, every step is a triumph, and every hut reached is a homecoming. Inside the cozy Tuchila hut, we found not just shelter, but a sense of togetherness that's as warming as the hut's hearth. It's a place where stories are shared, laughter echoes, and bonds are strengthened. We reached Tuchila hut at 9:30 a.m, and it was a moment to pause, to rest, and to savor the tranquility of this mountain refuge. The hut, a cozy shelter amidst the wilderness, welcomed us like an old friend. Day 3 was on the horizon, and it carried with it the knowledge that our journey on Mount Mulanje was drawing to a close. But there was no rush, no need to hurry. We had time to breathe and reflect on the memories we'd already created. Along the way, we came upon a spot that offered a breathtaking vantage point, where we could see parts of the mountain we've conquered. It was a moment to pause and take in the majestic views, a reminder of the heights we've reached. And there, amidst the mountain's embrace, we felt inspired to sing a song, a tune that had been a companion on our journey. It was a song of praise and reflection, a melody of gratitude to the mountains and the experiences we'd shared. It's in moments like these that we discover the true power of music. It has the ability to unite hearts and echo the emotions of our adventure. Whether it's the thrill of reaching the summit or the peace of the descending trails.
One, two, three, sing. Yimba mphamvu ya Mlungu olenga mapiri yemwe anapanga
Ena bulu munyaswiri.
Yimba mphamvu ya Mlungu olenga mapiri yemwe anapanga zinyanja lenga mphamvu imene inapanga jua mwezi wala usiku nyenyezi zomwe Nimba ugwino wake wakupata kuja Analenga zote ndima unayamikiwa Mbuye munazikazika mozizetanitu Tuzanziko la pansi Niza mwamba zomwe.
With our songs sung and our hearts lifted, we gathered to offer praise to the Creator of the magnificent world around us. It was a moment of gratitude for the awe-inspiring creations of God. It was a reminder that, in the grandeur of the mountains, we witness a divine masterpiece, a testament to the power and creativity of God. I won't deceive you, dear viewers, as we began our descent. We decided to take a shortcut path. Little did we know that it would turn our descent into an unexpected adventure of its own. As we tackled the steep and demanding shortcut path, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. Chisimo, one of our fellow adventurers, encountered a knee injury. In such moments, safety and well-being take precedence, and we swiftly came together to provide Chisimo with the first aid he needed. It's moments like these that highlight the true strength of our team. We rallied to support our injured friend, showcasing the bonds we'd formed on this mountain journey. With each step, we needed to be careful, placing our feet precisely to maintain balance. It was a bit like treading through a scene from a suspenseful horror movie, where every twist and turn held its own mystery. But as we navigated this treacherous shortcut path, we were reminded that the mountain adventure is a mix of the expected and the unexpected. And it's these unexpected moments that make the journey all the more thrilling. Our journey down the mountain continued, and the steep shortcut path was a vivid reminder that the terrain, like life itself, can throw challenges our way when we least expect it. It taught us an important lesson. Sometimes, the shortcuts we choose may turn out to be more demanding than the long route we intended, but that doesn't mean we should shy away from challenges. Life is full of steep paths and unexpected obstacles, but it's our determination, unity, and adaptability that help us overcome them. Just like the shortcut path, challenges can lead to growth and discovery.
Temene zikukhalira kutsika phiri. Iwe wabisika.
As we descended, we recognized that these moments of adversity and uncertainty are part of the adventure. They make us stronger, more resilient, and better prepared for whatever lies ahead. Our mountain journey continued, and with each step, we were reminded of the valuable life lessons that this adventure had in store for us. Lesson 1. The mountain teaches us humility. No matter how well prepared we are mere guests in this vast and ancient landscape. It's a humbling experience to stand before the grandeur of nature. Lesson 2. Unity is our greatest strength. When we face challenges, whether it was helping a teammate in need or sharing a song, we realize that our collective efforts are what carry us through. Lesson 3. Every step counts. The journey is not just about reaching the summit, it's about savoring each moment, appreciating the beauty of the path, and embracing the unknown with courage. It was a sight to behold, dear viewers, each one of us descending with utmost care, as if the mountain had posted a fragile, handle with care sign. It's like we were all trying to outdo each other in the slow and steady wins the race competition, not a race you'd want to bet your money on, mind you. The mountain, with its challenging terrain, had turned us into a parade of mountain snails. We moved at a pace that could rival the growth of moss on a boulder. But hey, we've learned that sometimes taking it slow and being cautious is the best strategy, especially when the path is steep and unpredictable.
Oh, mama kafika mafika.
Kanga twamaliza koma.
Ngati ulendo wanu.
Wazambira sunset wiki.
Malimbira na mattress.
Ndi matress eda spare.
Matikizasa kwa
Kutu na njovu. Inaso unafika huko kuno ya. Inaso sunzafika. Maifendeta fika.
Kutu la njovu. Kutu la njovu.
Anavanga mbuzevu amene kande anaona bwanji kaya.
Saundo moyo kuibe sewina. Ingira na duse akutogolele. Kapena mukala komweko.
Yonse mwenda kandi kuyenda kukwera pira Mulanje unoonde sewovuta kwambiri posa misewu yonse ngakhale nso kuposa nsewu opita kusapita kwenikweniko nsewu wa Elephant's Head ndovuta kwambiri uli very steep kutsika komanso kukwera ndovuta kwambiri nsewu oti tsiku lina tizauyenda challenge yetu imene zikukhalira tena tsala kumbuka kwambiri tsogolo kuli guide yekha mwina atengaso mawazi kuti atipeze.
We could see the end of our journey on the horizon, but it felt as though it remained just out of reach, like a mirage in the distance. It's a reminder that sometimes the destination is elusive even when it's so close. Persistence pays off. Just because you can't see the finish line doesn't mean you stop moving forward. Sometimes it's the extra push, the final effort, that leads to success. Our journey led us to a hidden gem, a crystal clear pool nestled amidst the mountain's embrace. It was a sight to behold, and the allure of the cold water was irresistible. But let me tell you, when a tired hiker plunges into that cold water, the effects are nothing short of magical. It's like a burst of energy, a rejuvenating shock to the system. The cold water awakens every sense, and the fatigue of the day seems to melt away. Muscles, once weary, are revitalized, and spirits are lifted as we revel in the natural wonder. It's a reminder that, in the mountains, nature provides us with the most refreshing rewards, and in the embrace of a cool pool, a tired hiker finds new life. Our dip in the cool pool marked not just a refreshing break, but a symbolic crossing. As we emerged from the water, we found ourselves on the other side of the mountain, in an area known as Falombe. Like a pair of big enthusiastic birds, attempting to take flight but, instead, opting for a refreshing dip. It was a comedic display of their swimming style. Now, I'm not sure if they were auditioning for a role in the next nature documentary, but it was certainly a unique interpretation of swimming. In the mountains, as in life, it's essential to find moments of humor and lightheartedness, and these two adventurers certainly knew how to bring laughter to our journey. Our mountain adventure comes to an end. We now find ourselves on our way back home, leaving behind the majestic heights. It's been a beautiful climb, a journey filled with challenges, laughter, and a camaraderie that only the mountains can inspire. As we head back to the comforts of home, we carry with us the memories of this incredible adventure, the lessons we've learned, and the bonds we've forged.